And these lessons are very, very, very good lessons. It's all about the Christ identity, the Christ present, the Christ awareness, all those lessons. Opening up to the interpretation of Christ. And today we have lesson 295. The Holy Spirit looks through me today.
Christ asks that he may use my eyes today and thus redeem the world. He asks this gift that he may offer peace of mind to me and take away all terror and all pain. And as they are removed from me, the dreams that seem to settle on the world are gone. Redemption must be won. As I am saved, the world is saved with me. For all of us must be redeemed together. Fear appears in many different forms, but love is one.
My Father, Christ has asked a gift of me, and one I give, that it be given me. Help me to use the eyes of Christ today, and thus allow the Holy Spirit's love to bless all things which I may look upon, that his forgiving love may rest on me. Help me to use the eyes of Christ today, and allow the Holy Spirit's love to bless all things which I may look upon, that his forgiving love may rest on me. Oh, what a helpful lesson we're doing today. The Holy Spirit asks that He may use our eyes today to redeem the world. He asks this gift that He may offer peace of mind to me and take away all terror and all pain. And as they are removed, the dreams that seem to settle on the world are gone. This lesson is reminding me of lesson 155. I will step back and let Him lead the way. I will step back and let Him lead the way. I will let Jesus lead the way. There is a way of living in the world that is not here, although it seems to be. There is a way of living in the world that is not here. The world is an illusion. You don't change appearance, though you smile more frequently. Your forehead is serene, and your eyes are quiet. And the ones who walk the world as you do recognize their own. The ones who are open the way you are recognize themselves. Yet those who have not yet perceived the way will recognize you also and believe that you are like them as you were before. The world is an illusion. Those who choose to come to it are seeking for a place where they can be illusions and avoid their own reality. Yet when they find their own reality is even here, then they will step back and let it lead the way. What other choice is really theirs to make? To let illusions walk ahead of truth is madness. But to let illusions sink behind the truth and let the truth stand forth as what it is merely sanity. That's why the quiet mind is a blessing. You let illusions stand back, sink behind the truth. This is sanity. This is the simple choice we make today. The mad illusion will remain a while in evidence for those to look upon who choose to come and have not yet rejoiced to find the way and to find that they were mistaken in their choice. They cannot learn directly from the truth because they have denied that it is so. So they need a teacher who perceives their madness, but who still can look beyond illusion to the simple truth in them. If truth demanded they give up the world, it would appear to them as if it asked sacrifice of something that is real. Many have chosen to renounce the world while still believing its reality. They have suffered from a sense of loss and have not been released accordingly. Others have chosen nothing but the world, and they have suffered from a sense of loss still deeper, which they did not understand. Between these paths, there is another road that leads away from loss of every kind, where sacrifice and deprivation both are quickly left behind. This is the way appointed for you. You walk this path as others walk, nor do you seem to be distinct from them, although you are indeed. Thus can you serve them while you serve yourself, and set their footsteps on the way to God as opened up to you and them through you. illusion still appears to cling to you, that you may reach them, yet it has stepped back. And it is not illusion that they hear you speak of, nor illusion that you bring their eyes to look up on and their minds to grasp. Nor can the truth which walks ahead of you speak to them through illusions, for the road leads past illusion now, while on the way you call to them that they may follow you. All roads will lead to this one in the end. For sacrifice and deprivation are paths that lead nowhere, choices for defeat and aims that will remain impossible. All this steps back as truth comes forth in you. So this message tells me that everyone who comes to this world actually seek for sacrifice and deprivation. That's all illusion is. And they believe it has some gifts in it. Some gifts. But there is nothing to find. So there is this stepping back that we have found as the way. Step back and let truth step forth. So this is what we do today when we practice the lesson. The Holy Spirit looks through me today. We let illusion step back and we let the truth look through us. The whole day can be like in meditation where we constantly step back. Say, Spirit, look through me, interpret through me. Okay, we can open up for sharing and begin with Francois.
I just maybe need some clarity because last night I went on a Facebook post and Lloyd Lab, he did a description of the ego being, if the ego is destruction, and he used the analogy of almost a dragon eating itself. And then I kept on hearing in my mind, gentle dreams of love. Gentle dreams of love. And so what I'm asking is it like a physical destruction, this ego, or am I interpreting his post wrong, or I kept on feeling this course is about love, in a way, gentle dreams of love. It's a happy dream that eventually become. That's a very open question, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's about forgiveness of the belief in violence, in sickness, in harshness. So wherever it's perceived, it's just opportunity to forgive it and transcend it through forgiveness. But yes, the ego is like like Jesus in the course, he talks about how the ego is not something you should take lightly while you believe in it. You know, because giving the power of the mind to the tiny mad idea, even if it's illusion, it's, you know, it's not believed to be illusion when you give your mind to it. So that's why, to not take it lightly, to not take the belief lightly, that's why we need to look at all the beliefs. Otherwise, they can seem to rule us and own us.
That's why, yes, I kept on hearing vigilant for God when you were saying
Yeah.
yes, yeah. Exactly what
Vigilant
you're
for
saying.
God. Vigilant against the ego.
Yes.
Also, yeah. But yeah, vigilant for God with the truth. Yeah.
Yeah, what just the post happened with that after reading that post is that I felt like it's like he was advocating it's gonna be a excruciating, painful thing to finally let the ego go. And then I thought that was the opposite. This is just my opposite of what the course is saying, is that whatever the ego has made, he will translate it, retranslate it. Is that, yes.
Yeah. But that fear that it's going to be excruciatingly painful, you know, that there is belief in the mind in excruciating pain.
Yes. Yeah, I got that. Oh, God.
And the ego will want to put it in the future, you know, like how it's
Yeah.
going to happen in the future. But many saints, or maybe all saints, talk about the dark night of the soul. Or even David talks a lot about falling or tumbling down the rabbit hole, you know. It's like going down the rabbit hole. But it can be over like that in an instant. You know, you may see different, but it is just to be willing to face the fear. And yeah, to the ego, it is very fearful.
Yes. Exactly what I'm experiencing. Yes.
Yeah.
It's just like sometimes I feel like it feels like the guidance, my guidance is coming up for me, and then I read something like that, and then I go, well, maybe I'm wrong, then I go into like I'm starting from point A again. But yeah, I get that it's still a belief in my mind I need to heal. Even if I see it out there, it's in here in my mind. I get that belief in violence and all that. Thank you.
Yeah, and sometimes with the ego, it's the belief that it's going to get much worse or something. Yeah. But it's a deep journey, you know, but yeah, the happy dreams definitely precede awakening and the real world.
I think you've already been going through the excruciating, so you don't need to fear it in the future. You just need to keep undoing it.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. I'm experiencing still the ear pain. I'm still, yeah, that's very true.
And
I
yeah,
just have to deal. Yes.
the physical is not like it. You need to kill it or burn it, or like a dragon eating itself, like a violent undoing of the physical or of the form. It is a retranslation. It's using what the ego made for its purposes for awakening instead.
Yeah. Yeah, and it always goes back to the body. The fear of, you know, if I read something, destruction or ego, that always goes back to the body, you know, almost like the body has to be again sacrificed, or that belief in sacrifice, you know, to get to God. That's old belief that I have to give over and over. Yeah.
Yeah, because the problem is the identification with the body, that the body is you. This is the journey of learning to identify with your true identity, the truth as your identity.
Yes. Yes. Yes, that's why I feel vulnerable, because I'm thinking this body is me, and yeah, when it's completely neutral thing. Yeah. Yeah, and that's also, it's just emphasizing what you're saying. The body, like, it's not evil. It's very. I think it's sinking in the message now. It can be used for holy purposes. Is all that stuff. I'm finally getting the message now. It's sinking in slowly. But yeah, that's where the belief in sacrifice comes in. Like, God will demand the arm or leg or something, or death or cancer or whatever. But yeah, that's something I need to look into.
Yeah, that belief runs very deep. The belief in sacrifice. It's a very, very helpful step to look at that belief.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, do we have any other shares? Solveig?
Hi, can you hear me?
Hi. Yeah.
Hi. Okay. Well, my heart is bouncing.
Maybe you can speak a little closer to the microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really helpful, everything that's been said this morning, and I've not even sure what to say. I just think I would really love to put on the altar this panicky fear that I woke up with this morning, and yeah, this feeling of being totally like drifting in space alone. And yeah, it's just, I would really like to just have this prayer on my heart to stay with spirit. I wasn't even able to connect with spirit this morning, but I can feel it strong. It's getting in there now with this sharing of all the things that have been said. I guess that was panic. The panic that just felt like this totally abandonment. yeah, and this feeling like not belonging anywhere, like I don't belong anywhere, confused me a lot.
Mm.
And it is, I can feel it's something that I remember from my childhood. This
Yeah.
panic.
Yeah.
Not belonging.
Yeah. So you've come to heal that deep belief that you are alienated. So it feels like in this lifetime you have actually come to face it. It was increased in your childhood. It was magnified as an experience so that you could really face it and come to the true experience that you're not separate, you're not separated from God. So it's not about belonging to people, to a group, or somewhere in the world. You know, you're finding out there is no belonging in this world. But
my whole life I've been wishing for that, to belong somewhere, to some group or whatever, and I've never done that. And then, yeah, that resonates.
Yeah, and yet you're with us. So for you to belong, you know, it's symbols of awakening. Like we are walking together, but yes, this is the deep journey of facing that loneliness, that you have really nothing in the world that you can trust in form, you know, there, and there is that very, yeah, I just mentioned the dark night of the soul, and that belief in abandonment, that's it. And it comes down to the belief you have been abandoned by God. That's underneath that loneliness.
I think my strongest prayer right now is the experience. I would really love to experience something else. Just, yeah. It feels like letting go of the form. It just brings up this, what's gonna come in.
But I know you can do it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just really, really appreciate this meeting, the whole thing. Really helpful. Thank you.
Thank you. And
Hi.
I
feel like I've been given an invitation to go deeper, and it's not been an easy few days. And this morning I woke about 5 o'clock, and I was just in this really strong wave of ego thoughts and, you know, objections and mistrust, and I was just really, really dark. And at the same time, there's something else. And at some point, eventually, it took some time, but eventually it was like, what can I trust? And that was my question. And what I can trust fully is the silence. Because sometimes what I think is the voice for God, actually, it isn't. It's got a little twist in its tail somehow, and it's like, oh, yeah. It's like, yeah. And then, I didn't even read the lesson. Usually I've read it, before I'm here, and it's like, yeah. I don't know where I am in any of this, and I don't know how many more waves will come, if any, but it seemed to pass really quickly. And, in like coming down here, and it's like, oh, okay, I'm not there anymore. And that feels really good. I can feel that in my heart. It feels really good. And I just was listening when Francois was talking, and about the dragon. I didn't quite catch who he'd been listening to or anything, but I just got this childhood image, like there was a program called Puff the Magic Dragon, and it was it was like, Puff, oh, it's gone. Well, made me smile. That's all. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Anne. Trust the silence. Find that spirit is God is in silence. Truth is in the silent mind. It's good. Even ego can use even the course to make noise in the mind. And sometimes you need to skip the lesson and just sit. Yeah. It's beautiful. Anybody else? So good to join with everyone. Yes.
Yes, Dirk.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you. It's beautiful, this session here, and I felt it's always helpful to say something. I have decided to come to the retreat now in November.
Good.
Yeah, it's it's arranged, and I have to book the flights, so to see how they fit to the time. So from where to fly, and so that's not so that's comfortable to travel, to come, good. And there is still, I feel still an inner voice or a feeling against it. In this decision, and it comes from deeper in, and as if it will convince me that it's the Holy Spirit saying no. Without a reason.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That that doubt.
Yes, it comes from deeper, and it's not right. It's something isn't right.
Yeah. It can be the ego's fear of joining. And then the mind, it can, make this twisted idea that it's the Holy Spirit's guidance.
Oh, the last sentence, I didn't catch.
So, this can come, this deep feeling you're describing can come from the ego's fear of joining. The ego fears joining.
Yes.
Because it's undoing,
Yes, because I think, yes, as I said, my first sentences here, and I went over your video, your these scenes here, these images. I felt it. It's about to not be welcomed, it's not meant to be, to join, even to feel a deeper rejection. So it's it could be this fear, my fear of joining.
Yeah.
So I think it's unconscious.
Yeah.
There's no reason. It's no. It's not. I cannot explain it.
Yeah, and that is understandable too. There is no reason to it. It cannot be explained.
Yes, it can, and it can deceive.
Yeah.
What's it seems wrong, and yes, So it's helpful to see that yes. Yes, and I feel this deeper no, I don't know. It's sometimes I ask myself how can I go through this darkness, this block in me that seems so strong, and yeah, to let it go. So I know, yes. So I will come and join you, and
we thought so.
yeah, and I saw your video about the retreat in England.
Yeah.
Very lovely, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's beautiful. Seems so beautiful. So yeah, I would love to come there and be there with you as well. So all these possibilities now. Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Dirk. And thank you for speaking even this deeper questioning that is going on underneath, you know. It's just to be taken out in the open, and it will disappear. Yeah.
Yes. Maybe I'm so accustomed to I don't know, but to say it, maybe I will try it. To shrink myself.
The ego is doubt, you know. The ego, you say, equals doubt.
Equal. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is doubt. It is the same as doubt.
Yes.
Yeah. You could say it's ego's last name. If ego had a name, it would be ego doubt.
Ego doubt.
So, yeah. So that feeling to make the unconscious mind conscious, you know, that's, what you're doing when you're like trying to describe this deeper questioning that's going on. The ego is terrified of its undoing. The ego wouldn't want to come to retreat, you know. So you are really, I feel you pointing with the flashlight on it. It's no longer in the dark.
Yes, and that feels right. That feels always right to see it, to speak about it, and to share it.
Yeah.
That feels good always. Always afterwards, it's a release to see it, and I feel more. I feel so beautiful then and comfortable. Yeah, in myself. More open, more loving, accept, to share it. Yeah, it's a good way. Yeah.
Lovely. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bringing it to the light. Yes. Okay, Jonas. Hello.
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 Yeah, I felt some nervousness, so there's probably something I need to hand over. it's funny, after going to the community and appreciating it, I always see the ego coming back with some things, some grievances, and they can stay quite hidden if I just stay away from the community. So I had some things about, for example, I had said before I came to the community, I really need to sleep and to rest. And then 2 days after we arrived, the morning, there was an extra morning meeting every morning from 7:45. And then the day that we leave, we are told now this morning meeting is not there anymore. So there are just some kind of small victim stories in my mind of, you know, the decisions were made for me to suffer or to push me out so I couldn't belong there. So I just wanted to put that on the altar.
No.
Yeah.
We never organize someone's lessons, you know.
No.
It has come through guidance, and yeah, I didn't even know that they started when you came and ended when you left. I don't think really it was like that, you know. So it does sound like your mind has interpreted this to hit on yourself and make us different.
Yeah, and so yeah, I could just feel there was some kind of I don't want to connect with them, and yeah, now I hope it's better now.
Yeah, it's great that you're here. We've been missing you in the mornings.
Thank you. Yeah.
But Vanessa, which was sweet, but we didn't get you. Yeah.
Yes, let's see. Maybe I'm going. I'm also getting a little later to. It's not happening for me to sleep early these days, so that's also an extra challenge for me. But I have a feeling I will be more joining. Yeah, and then I also have this, and I don't feel proud about that, but I have this thought like, Matthew, please don't call my wife all the time. You know, it's like I feel, you know, and this, when we had the thought about moving close to the community, which I liked while we was in the community, and now the thought is like, I don't like the thought of, for example, me having to work every day and she goes to the community and there is Matthew. So, you know, and so as I share these thoughts, I can feel a lot of sadness. You
can allow that sadness right now.
Yeah.
We'd love to have you live nearby.
Thank you. Yeah. I am afraid of Matthew. I have to be honest.
Well, thanks for expressing that. He's taken. Yeah, well, that we can be light about it, but yeah, it's very precious. It's very helpful that you're speaking those fears, you know. That fear of loss.
Yeah.
Fear of loss of love, you know. It looks like form, like another man can take your woman away, but it's the fear of loss of love underneath.
Yeah.
it's the belief in sacrifice, like I read about it. That's all it is. You came here because of attraction to sacrifice, attraction to act out sacrifice. It's insane, but that's why, that's what the ego is, you know, it's attraction to sacrifice. And now it intensifies so you can see it, so that you can release it, because underneath, you know, true love, nothing can stand true love. This is just, you know, up for healing, up for clearing. It's very good. It's very good you're talking about it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Matthew.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Yeah, I just want to say me and Jonas, me and Vanessa are both taken by Danes. So
Great Danes.
Great Danes. We have that in common.
Karin.
I can share. This morning I woke up in a lot of terror and a lot of stress, old patterns. So I'm still in this pattern. I think I have to do everything on my own. So this lesson is really good. And while I've been sitting here, one of my sisters texted me, I can come and help you today.
Oh,
so
it's beautiful.
So when I'm facing this old pattern of stress, and then I get the help. Yeah.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
See how powerful prayer is.
Don't even have to ask in words, it's just coming. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what was my share.
Yeah, be gentle on yourself. You know, it's just stuff. Just say it's just stuff. And yeah, doesn't matter. It's good to have someone else come in that doesn't have a personal attachment to this stuff. They will be very helpful.
Yeah, that's what I need, but I have a relationship. My old auntie is on, she went to the hospital yesterday and she's 94. And I feel I have to talk with her before I leave for Spain. And I try to figure out how to meet her because it's a long ride, or maybe a phone call, or I think that's my task today, to see how can I connect with her.
Maybe someone can help to arrange like a video call so that she can see you.
I find that difficult. She's 95. She doesn't know anything about a computer or.
No, I mean someone can help.
I have to figure out how to connect with her. Before I leave the country, because I think she was my role model. She showed me what love was. During my childhood.
Maybe you have enough time to go there. Your sister can drive you there or something. You can rest a bit. Rest.
Yeah, it's actually not about my stuff. It's about all my relationships. That's why I'm here. Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I will step back and let him lead the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Radhe, you can unmute yourself.
First of all beautiful soul, thanks to connect with me. And I'm from India. So before I connect with Jenny, and she's tell me about the like a spiritual journey. So that's why I'm here. And you are all people is older than me. So if I any mistake in the speaking in the any way, so please teach me, because you have a lots of experience of life. And I have no more experience, but in the spiritual journey, I think I have so many experience. I think because here in India, I think you know or you don't know, but in India is so many spiritual person. So in my childhood to until I'm always connect with spiritual persons. When I think 2014, when I'm in the college, so I meet one person, and then he's tell me about that. Then I will start the meditation. Before I meditate, but sometime then I'm continue start the meditation. So I don't know how I feel, but when I'm deeply meditate, somewhere in the near to seashore, near to nature, then I'm feel I'm out of my body. Yeah, I will see my body is stand there, my body is meditate, but I'm out of body. So that's a very deeply experience of me, for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I know the body is only the all problem in the body, not in the soul. Soul is free, soul is love, soul is just enough.
Beautiful. What
I
an
don't
experience you had. Yeah. It
I
started your spiritual journey. It
so
feels good that you're here. It feels like you have you resonate with what we share, even though you come from a complete other culture and a complete other path.
yeah,
I don't know if you ever even heard about A Course in Miracles that we are talking about, but you could feel it. You were drawn here, and I could feel you when you sent me friend requests on Facebook.
yeah,
I could feel that you are very spiritual and open-hearted.
yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Radhe.
Yeah. So I left. So, yeah. Do we have anything? Any announcements? We have the movie session today for everyone who can come. That would be great. Maybe you can teleport yourselves here, Vanessa and Jonas. Okay, so we're gonna practice today. Let the truth look through our eyes today. Let Christ, the Holy Spirit, looks through me today. Yeah, it's a good start. Some of you have this fear this morning or something really deep coming up. I think this lesson will be very healing to practice. It's always precious to join with you. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, love you all.
And we do these morning meetings every morning, right at 8:30. So maybe we see you again. Bye.
Bye, everyone.